Alright, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing Planet Coaster. I have a roller coaster to show you guys. I don't have any footage of me building this roller coaster, but I think it's a really cool ride. I wanted to make a video to show you guys it. Maybe do a little small edits to the park, maybe. Add a couple paths, maybe some scenery to the ride, but hopefully this video turns out good, not laggy. I took my webcam off because it wasn't really working too well, and I don't want to buy a camera. I don't know how much I'll use the camera, so I don't want to have to buy it. But yeah, here's the ride. I made like a custom sign for it and everything. So for any of those people who have been to Cedar Point, it's one of the best amusement parks I've ever been to. It's not really a theme park; they're not very themed, but it's mostly just for like roller coaster thrill. But um, they had they had a stand up roller coaster named Mantis. Um, they remodeled it. They turned the stand up trains into floorless trains. So instead of like standing up on the ride, you now sit down on it, and they renamed it Rougarou. Um, I worked at Cedar Point for like 5 months back in 2023, and I operated Rougarou. That was like my main ride that I operated. So, um, I got pretty familiar with the ride. You know, I learned a lot about Mantis, which was the ride it was before. Um, and so I pretty much just went in here. I made a stand-up coaster, and I think I did pretty well with it. It goes pretty quick, pretty tall drop as you can see. I think it's like 100. It's like got 150-foot lift hill, and it hits like 60 something miles an hour, so that's pretty good. I didn't like copy Mantis or Rougarou, but I took a couple like element inspiration off of it, like the big loop at the start. I mean, most stand-up and floorless coasters have that, if not all. I added a dive loop, incline loop, which pretty much almost every stand-up coaster I think has that. We got a mid-course brake run. For those that don't know what a mid-course brake run is, roller coasters have like several parts of the ride that can stop a train, and that's so they can run several trains on the track. It's called a block zone. I'm not gonna go like crazy nerd out on you guys because I know you just want to watch the content, but um, a block zone pretty much is a way to stop a train so that trains don't collide. If you don't know what a train is, a roller coaster train is this long segment. There's 32 seats. Not all roller coaster trains have 32 seats, but this one does. Got 8 rows. This whole thing is called a train. Um, and there's a like right here. Um, this is a block brake, and pretty much if let's say there's a train right here. This is the final brake run. This is, you know, brakes at the end of the course that stop the train or slow it down so that it can progress into the station at a good speed. Let's say if there was a train stuck here on this final brake run, and yeah, like this train hits these brakes right here. This train would have stopped on those brakes because the next spot that can stop a train is occupied. If a block zone is occupied, the train behind that block zone must stop at the previous block zone. If there's a train in the station right here, this train would come to a complete stop and cannot, advance because then it would collide. Um, Enough nerding out. We'll get more into like the POV and stuff. I'll look at the stats and stuff, but yeah, here's the stats of it. 64 miles an hour, average speed 26. It's not the fastest paced ride. I wish I made it more fast paced, but it's got 6 inversions, which I think that's pretty good. I think it's got like 100 or 1,115 meters, I believe, in feet. I don't measure anything in meters because I'm American. We learn by like feet here, or yards, which is like 3 times a foot. But it's equivalent to about, I think, 3,500 feet. So that's decently long coaster. Rougarou and Mantis were longer than that. It had less inversions though. We packed more inversions, slightly taller too by like 10 feet. But I mean, yeah, look at this. Anyone who's been to Cedar Point, you can just look at that beautiful sign that I made right there. It took like 5 minutes to make it, but I'm so proud of it. It looks so good. The ride, if you can see up here, is called Mantis 2 Electric Rougarou. That's a callback to. I worked with a guy. He was like 40 something years old. I liked him a lot though. He was a pretty cool dude. His name was Brandon Irving. And I think he traveled all the way from California to be a ride operator, which is insane. Dude, that's crazy. Um, and there was like a microphone we had to speak to the guest on with, or speak to the guest with, and tell him like safety rules. And he would like joke around and call the ride Mantis 2 Electric Rougarou. And he was a funny guy, and the managers hated him for some reason. I don't know why. He was awesome. But we'll get more into like the camera of the ride here. Let me get into the other train, and it'll start. Oh, we just backed out. Whoops. And when it starts, it starts. You'll see the whole ride. There's like a little song I put in the background. You might hear it. I don't know how loud the audio is. I kind of adjusted it. Hopefully it's good. I had lowered the game volume, and I just kept my, voice volume normal. But you go out of the station, you get a little bit of a turn here. Yeah, you might be able to hear it. Little dip, and then you hit the lift hill. I think it's like it's like a 150 something foot lift hill. Rougarou's like 145 feet, so it's a little bit taller, but it's not as long. It's not very fast paced either. I went with like an orange and red. I thought it looked cool. Rougarou and Mantis had red and orange on them, so I just mixed a bunch of colors together. Here's like a turning drop. It's a pretty steep drop for the most part. And you go straight into a vertical loop. It's like a 120-foot vertical loop, pretty big. Then you got a dive loop right here. What stand-up coaster doesn't have a dive loop? This is a new element. A different element that you'll never see on a stand-up coaster, but it was like a little bit of a turning airtime hill. Then you got a incline loop, which those are apparently starting to come back with dive coasters. There's like a new dive coaster that has that. Right there is the mid-course. Didn't really slow the train down. It's just there. Drop into a corkscrew. A little pop of airtime. I think that's called a switchback. And then airtime hill into like a heartline roll. And then you just turn right into the station. Short ride, but I put a lot of work. It took like several days to build this. I had to do a bunch of smoothing on it and everything. But yeah, we made like a little queue. Like I said, I might do a little bit of I'll put like trees around it maybe. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't get any footage of me building it, but it took a while to build. I'm pretty happy. This is my first ever Planet Coaster roller coaster that I've ever built. What I'm gonna do for the next one is I'm gonna make it more fast paced. Who doesn't like a nice, intense, fast paced roller coaster? But rides like this usually aren't super, fast paced and intense. They're more just inversion machines. So, I mean, the whole gimmick of this ride is you're standing up and, going upside down, standing up on a roller coaster. It's pretty cool. Look at the trains. Yeah, it's like green and purple on like red track. It's kind of cool. We got scenery down here. I'll put some trees maybe around it. Where's the trees, right? Nature. And let's find a tree that I like. We got a birch tree in autumn. Okay. Yeah, we'll just put a couple of those around the queue, maybe. Here we go. Here we go. You can, weirdly enough, you can place trees on top of each other, which is hilarious. I can't even believe they added that into this game. This is like my first 10 hours of playing this game. It took so long to build this. I don't know why, but I'm very impressed with it. Colors are nice. I actually added some custom music for a little while, but yeah, you can like get MP3s of any song and upload it, and it'll play it while the ride's operating, which is really cool. I haven't gotten to like the career mode or nothing. I just like sandbox. I can build any ride I want. Maybe eventually I'll get into career mode. Probably do like a series or something on it. Here I got some trees around the queue. Um, Actually, this ride operator, I can't name him, which I'm very sad about. But I mean, he looks like a younger version of what that Brandon Irving guy was. So we'll just call him Brandon Irving. You know, Manus 2 Electric Rougarou. He's just chilling, dude. He's tapping his hands. He's tapping the mic. He's happy, dude. He loves his job. See, look, he's tapping the mic right there. I could just put a tree in his face. Right there. I could just stick a tree right over him. And there's nothing they can do about it. That's great. Yeah, maybe we'll try the ride in a different row or something. Yeah, we'll like sit in a different seat. Let's go to the back of the ride. We'll sit in like more the right side. It should start eventually. Yeah, I don't think you can see the other train going by quite yet. Yeah, but like if it's going through the track, you'll be able to see it go through like the mid-course right here. Oh, here it goes. Yeah, I put green restraints because Rougarou has green restraints. Mantis had yellow ones. I don't know. I think there's a little bit of yellow. Yeah, there's a little bit of yellow on the train. It's mostly like green and purple. And there's some red too. I think it's a really good ride. I could probably do better. I mean, you can do better with anything in life, but it's a good first, coaster and Planet Coaster. And the back seat, you'll get a lot more like whip because you'll get pulled over the drop and all the inversions. See, you get pulled more. You'll get more forces in the back. I've always been a back of a roller coaster kind of guy. I like to ride in the back of a roller coaster. Yeah, in the back you actually get decent forces. This hill's kind of drawn out, but it's unique. This incline loop's not the most intense, but in the back it adds intensity. These brakes don't really hit hard. They barely hit at all, which is good because no one likes the mid-course brakes on a ride, but it's just there for safety reasons. See, that airtime hill is really good. That switchback's also nice. And this little hop into that Heartline roll is really nice. Like I said, pretty short ride, but, of course my first ride's not going to be super long, and, not everything's going to be perfect about it. We'll improve on it. We'll make a longer and more fast-paced ride next time. I might get clips of making it. I might make a couple videos of building it. I don't know. I'm thinking of doing a launch coaster of some sort. But yeah, I'll see if I can make some clips or just make full-on videos of me creating it so you can see the process of it. I probably should have made a video of this one, but I didn't. So we'll leave the ride here. This is Mantis 2 Electric Rougarou. Am I able to save this or something? I don't know. It says save as blueprint. I might be able to upload it online as something. Oh, I can name your blueprint. Mantis 2 Electric Rougarou. Cool. Awesome. Can I take a picture here? I don't know. I don't know how to do that, but anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. See ya.